Good evening. Thus far, it has been a proxy war. It has been the proxies of Iran, those terrorist groups, three of them that I can think of, that have been launching the attacks against Israel and indeed against Western shipping as well. But last night, and bear in mind that this extreme Islamist regime have been in charge since 1979, they have as a very clear objective that Israel should be completely wiped out, launched their first ever attack on Israel. Something like 350 drones, cruise missiles and rockets were fired at Israel. 95% of them were intercepted and shot down, including some action by our own Royal Air Force. But the question I'm very keen to ask is, how did the West get this so wrong? We have been appeasing Iran ever since the JCPOA deal as it's known, and this was the deal that President Obama put together with, of course, Joe Biden as the vice president, supported enthusiastically by the European Union and indeed by the British government. And the idea was we remove sanctions, we free up tens of billions of dollars of frozen money, and in return, Iran will not continue to build a nuclear weapon. And what have they done with that money? Well, it has helped them, of course, to fund Hamas. It's helped them to fund Hezbollah. It's helped them to fund the Houthis. And it directly helped them to fund the rocket attacks on Israel last night. We have got this wrong at every level. I have been against this deal from day one. I was delighted when Trump was president in America that he pulled the Americans out of it. But you would have thought, wouldn't you, after that response last night, that the West might have learned its lesson. But oh no. Unbelievably, the European Union High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Vice President of the European Commission, Josep Borrell, said overnight he had spoken with the Iranian Foreign Minister late on Sunday. He said the EU needed to have the best possible relations with Iran. So that's okay, Iran. Just keep firing more rockets. The European Union don't mind. And what of the response from America? I mean, this is truly incredible. President Biden, his message to Israel is, you gotta win. Take the win. And that was followed up by our own Foreign Secretary, Lord Cameron, who quoted, as Biden said, take the win and move on. So basically, Israel is not allowed to respond in any way at all. They've just got to take it. And the European Union will go on supplying industrial parts that are being put into drones and rockets being used by the Iranian regime. Oh, and by the way, being sent to the Russians as well. How did we get into this mess with Iran? I'll tell you. After 21 years in the European Parliament, I've seen how global politics works. It is the influence of big global business. They are the ones that have the influence over governments and the decisions that they take. I promise you, I'm right about this. If you think I'm wrong, well, you let me know. Farage@gbnews.com.